Greetings, ladies, gents, and our non-binary friends. Welcome to Spoiler Sleepover, part of the Nerdcast Network. Join your hosts, Jason, Michael, and Rob, as they bring you on a slash-tastic adventure through cinema. Now, enjoy the show. It will be a real scream of a time.
Welcome back, ladies, gents, and our non-binary friends, to week 2 of Movie Music Month with Middleman Mike. I'm Rob.
And I'm Mike.
We are setting our phasers to racist for this one. We were talking about 2015's Green Room. Yeah. And that's, if you've not seen this movie, welcome to Spoiler Sleepover. If this is your first episode, we spoil things. So yeah, it breaks my heart to see Jean-Luc Picard doing what he does in this one. But before we jump into that and start talking about the amazing music, composed, written, and all of that by the wonderful Blair Brothers, let's jump into a little What's Been Keeping You Up at Night. Mike, what has been keeping you up at night?
So I think you'll be very pleased. I finally saw Sinners.
Ooh.
You might not be very pleased because of just how I feel about it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think the movie itself for me fell a little bit short of what I was expecting. Seeing the previews, I think, made me anticipate maybe more along the lines of, I don't know, Interview with the Vampire, a more realistic approach to the vampire versus the more hokey of it. I think the music is what kept me more entertained than the actual plot of the
one scene while they're like all the generations. Mm-hmm. I was in tears.
It was incredible.
I was crying in the movie. And I was just like, what is happening right now? Like, This is amazing. What I really dig about it is the fact that the approach that they take for the vampires in this is more attuned to the actual Dracula book.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're one entity, they all feel the same, they all know the same things.
Correct. It's all
loved that. I love the fact that they also kept it like right at the you have to be invited in thing.
Correct. I love that part.
There's so many aspects. I want to do a whole entire episode on this.
Yeah.
You're on it.
I was going to say,
it's going to be you, me, and Jason Michael.
Love to talk about
Yeah, we're going to dive into this because I already did. Yeah. There's a live video of us both talking about our thoughts.
Yeah.
I think I talked for 15 minutes. Jason and Michael talked for a minute and a half.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh. So, I mean, other than...
Yeah, I think, it all goes back to the music for me. And I think the song in there, The Rocky Road to Dublin, just was fantastic. Okay. I think it's my favorite score of that whole movie. Mm-hmm. I like the way that, I don't know, that feel to him. I think I don't remember his name,
right?
Just because I watched it literally 2 days ago. But just the way that he's portrayed, how, I don't know, like the Native Americans and that whole scene of him getting to that house and they're actually part of the clan. It was cool how they mixed that in. I didn't necessarily, I don't know, that maybe it was the main character that they were after, not Smoke, like the Michael B. Jordan character, but the young preacher boy, maybe it's him where I fell short on, but yeah.
I liked his character too, because they didn't overdevelop him, which I feel like most movies these days are going to be like, this is the young character. We're going to have him be the focal point. We're going to overbuild that character.
You're right.
And everyone else is going to be secondary.
Right.
I feel like they built everyone perfectly to the point they needed to, especially with him, where they start the movie, they give you this much.
Right.
And then they don't really give you too much more until the sex scene. And you're just like, oh. And then the movie ends, and you're just like, holy shit. Yeah. Oh, man. It was a 5-star for me. Like, out the gate, I walked out. I was like, this is the best movie I have not just seen this year.
Yep.
It's the best movie I had personally seen in about 15 years.
Interesting. Okay.
I've been ranting and raving about it.
Yeah.
So I even told my mom, I was like, if there's a made-for-TV version of this, you need to see it. 'Cause she doesn't like blood or gore. But it was just like the story.
And I guess like that's what I was expecting more of.
Right.
Like the blood didn't really look realistic to me.
No.
And it was just kind of like, I don't know. That whole thing, the vampire aspect, not the main character, but the rest of them just seemed hokey to me.
Yeah, yeah.
The main vampire, the music and everything is what drew me into it and why I kept watching the movie.
Right.
Like if the music sucked and he was the only part of it that I liked, I would have turned it off.
I would have checked out
But
myself.
you know, there were other aspects of that movie that I really enjoyed. Just, I don't know, something about, I wish it was more like the brightness of the blood and a little bit maybe more violent, you know, than it was. Because
I'm never going to say no to more violence. But
right. It just, I was expecting, like, I jumped twice. Like
I did too.
I was expecting to jump more and be a little bit more scared because I'm not a horror movie guy by trade. Like I can dabble in it from time to time, but I was expecting, I don't know, like Lost Boys meets Interview with the Vampire meets Blade.
Ooh.
Like just all three of them combined with a good story, but a lot of violence, and it wasn't that.
Yeah.
So
2 out of those 3 movies I don't like. So, yeah.
Stories for another time, but because I'm interested.
Oh no, they already know.
Yeah.
The listeners already know I don't like the Lost Boys. I could never get behind it. I don't know why. And Blade is just unwatchable in my opinion.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to the Blade reboot, whatever they're doing with the new actor. I don't know who they're getting, but they are doing a new Blade. So
according to Wesley Snipes, they're not, but we'll see what happens.
that's why I don't like the Blade movies. Fuck Wesley Snipes. That guy's an asshole. But yeah, so I liked it for a lot of different reasons. I think the main reason was that who would have thought a vampire is the reason that we are all getting along?
Yep, fair.
That was the thing that got me. I was just like, could you just imagine the unity? Like we get the music sequence, we get that unity. All of them together and all of their cultures melding together to make this music that now is like prominently done by white people.
Right.
And then you have the clan and this vampire comes in and he's just like, I don't agree with what you do, but hey, if you join me, we're one big happy family. Right. And I think that was a missed opportunity. End of the movie with We Are Family. Yeah. Come on. Like a bluegrass version of We Are Family.
Well, the fact that it pissed the vampire off that they're like, are you part of the clan? Yeah. When he comes up and he goes, no, we're about unity. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's so good. It's just, oh man, I love that movie. It's so good. I can't wait to rewatch it for the 4th time. Yeah. So I watched 2 movies. I watched Riff Raff with Bill Murray and why I forget his name. Everybody loves him. Tall, lanky dude. Used to date Ariana Grande.
Oh, Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson. Yep. I saw the 2 of them together and I was like, what a weird choice to couple together. Yeah. It was okay. I won't watch it again, but it was worth the watch. Yeah. Yeah. Bill Murray plays Lefty, like as in the mobster, but like in modern day. So like
interesting.
Yeah, it's very weird.
That's like that's Al Pacino's role in Donnie Brasco. Right. Like that. Okay.
It's an interesting it's an interesting concept. It was really cool to hear Bill Murray do an accent. Because he normally is just Bill Murray. Right. But he was like doing a city accent. And he did pretty dang well. He's barely in the movie. But when he's on screen, I was just like, oh wow, this is coming across very well. Yeah, I don't know. I think I give it 2.5 stars. It was okay. I won't watch it. I think everyone should give it a shot if they're into like gangster movies that have like, it's Riff Raff. It is currently streaming on Hulu. And then currently streaming on Paramount. Yes, Paramount. I watched Sasquatch Sunset, which I literally can't suggest that to anybody. It was the strangest movie I think I'd ever seen in my life. Yeah. I had thought it seemed interesting. There's no actual spoken dialogue in the movie. Jesse Eisenberg's in it. If you don't know it's him, it's the entire movie follows a family of Sasquatch just wandering through the woods. You get no context as to anything other than the titles, which is like female, alpha male, male, and then child.
Okay.
That's the movie. Things happen and you kind of go with it. There's the funniest sequence in the movie is later in the movie, the female Jesse Eisenberg, male, and the child end up finding a road, like a dirt road, because they live in the woods. They don't know what it is. And they just start freaking out and they're like touching it. And then Jesse Eisenberg character turns to the left and sees that it keeps going and freaks out. And he starts like throwing his arms around. He's like, ah, they all start doing it. And then the kid turns around and notices it goes the other way. And they just do that for like a solid 3 minutes. And then it just cuts to the woods and cuts back. And they're just defecating and puking and peeing all over the road because they're just like, this is mine. I was like, what is happening right now?
Jeez.
There was a couple moments where I actually got sad. I was like, oh, this is kind of sad. I was like, what is happening right now?
So is it like an old, like, not 50s, but like 30s, 40s film where there's nothing? It's just you're watching these.
Yeah. The movie just came out, I think 2 years ago.
Okay.
But I mean, there's the sound of the wilderness.
Sure.
They grunt, like they make almost like ape noises.
Sure.
But yeah, that's it. There's no talking.
Interesting.
The end of the movie made me giggle because I was just like, what a wild movie and what a weird way to end this thing. I was just like, okay. I do think it warrants, at least for me, I think it warrants a second watch because I do feel like I walked into it thinking this is going to be hilarious the whole time, and it wasn't. And so I felt like I was a little let down, but I also feel like I missed. There was a point to the movie, and I missed it. I know I missed it.
Okay.
Unless I dive deeper and look into this a little bit further.
I was going to say, what happens if you watch it again?
Yeah, the director's just like, dude, there was no point. Don't waste your time. I'll be like, okay, never mind. I got it. I got exactly what it means, what they were trying to put down on this one. But yeah, it was a strange film. I don't know. But yeah, so anyway, so that's what's been keeping us up at night. Hit us up on Instagram or Facebook, or if you are subscribed to our Patreon, and if you're not, you should be. You can hit us up there. I'm still doing my movie spew Mondays. So every Monday I go and see a movie. Let us know what you've been watching, what you've been reading, what you've been playing, especially video games. I've been playing a butt ton of Minecraft again. So moving on to the next segment, our final one, the squiggly things moving in and out of our ear holes, our earworms. Mike, what have you been listening to this week?
So it's more just the same as I mentioned on the previous episode. Just gearing up for Shark in the Park, which is going to be after or before this airs. So it's just a lot of freshening up on the sets that we have, the 50 minutes on break and then a 50-minute on to end the show. So just trying to go over the set list, make sure that I don't need, any type of prompts to remember lyrics here and there. And so just trying to go through it. And again, I think Sinners and the soundtrack, I've been listening to various songs from that soundtrack just because they're so good. So I've been, kind of dabbling in that, dabbling over here. And then of course it's my everyday, just set it and forget it on Spotify. So
a lot of Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good. I'm amped. I mean, Shark in the Park as of this recording is in 2 days. I can't wait. I'm going to be there. I'm amped.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I have been diving backwards in time. I've been listening to a lot of Run the Jewels recently.
Okay.
Good rap duo. I don't know. I had one of their songs, like I had a loop from one of their songs stuck in my head for a solid 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember who it was. I hate when that happens too. I was just
you're just going through and through and through.
I'm like, who is this? And I'm trying to touch on like not like your huge, well-known rappers or anything like that.
Sure.
It's like they're known, but they're not like Jay-Z known.
Right.
And I'm like, who is this? This is driving me crazy. then it hit me, and I was like, oh, it's Run the Jewels. And then I just ran the Jewels it's been a week straight. Yeah.
Very nice.
So, yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Run the Jewels, and it's been a lot of fun. I love it. It's good stuff. But, all right. Well, those have been our earworms. Please go over and support Middleman. They are on all socials just as we are. We follow them on all. So if you're having trouble finding them, which you shouldn't, you can just go and click on who we are following and find them, follow them. If you're local, if you're within an hour, 2-hour drive, make the fucking drive. Come out and see Middleman. They put on an amazing show. So before we jump into Green Room, we've got a little Middleman talk to have real quick too. So you've got a record coming out, correct?
We are going to be putting out a cover demo album, CD, vinyl, maybe.
Cassettes? I collect cassettes too. So.
I can't say cassettes. But definitely something a little retro, something, again, I said it last episode and I've said it to you in person. Like, I'm a big Mammoth fan, Wolfgang Van Halen, and seeing him come out and doing vinyl. I think vinyl's coming back. So having those big records, I think having our logo in the middle of it, especially our newest logo with the 2 M's, which is on our hat, I think is going to look really cool. So to have that and then Spotify or the album and then a CD, I think it's just going to be really cool. But we're going to pull, probably 5 of our best covers that we do, and then throw 2 originals in there and see what people think.
Perfect.
So
I love it. Yeah, I'll grab a vinyl. I collect vinyl. I collect cassettes. I just added a cassette double set to my collection. I got the Minecraft theme. I got the entire, all of the music from the game Minecraft.
Yep.
It's great music. Fuck what anyone says. It's delicious. I got it on cassette. I'm really excited. That's awesome. You guys should definitely do variant stuff for the vinyls. If you're only doing 7 songs too, you should look at doing 45s.
We were thinking about it, but I think just the artistic side of me and being able to have a vinyl on a big cover and all of that, I think just it's gonna appeal more than 45s. Part of me joked about doing 8 tracks, but I think 8 tracks are a little too old, just for the vintage part of it.
Right.
But I think I have some ideas in my head about just the cover of it itself and where I design most of the merch, or come up with the logo. Me and Travis kind of bounce ideas back and forth with each other. And I think having that opportunity to have a big, not a billboard, but just have a big cover, I think is going to allow us to do a lot of stuff. So
nice.
Yeah.
I look forward to it. I will be buying a copy as soon as it is released.
Awesome.
And everyone else should.
Dates to come.
Yeah.
So
keep an eye on it. Go see all the listings for Middleman shows coming up, because they are playing all the time. Like, they're playing right now. This isn't actually happening. I got an animatronic of Mike here. It's pre-programmed. It's working out. AI's lost its mind.
That's right.
All right. Well, let's jump into Green Room. This was your first watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gave you a warning.
You did. Fair warning.
Yeah, I gave you a warning. So I've given like 5 movies total. I warned you on 2. 2 out of 5. Because the 2 of the other ones, I was just like, it's fun. It's fun to get the reaction the first time without a warning, because you're just going to be like, why?
Yeah, right.
But Green Room is one of A24's, like, not their first ones, but it's one of the earlier ones where they like started to make a name for themselves. Like, this was the one that everyone was like, who the hell is A24?
Right.
And now you say A24 and your great grandmother is like, oh, did they do Hereditary? And you're like, yeah, they sure did, Granny. This one was not only just like, I saw this in theaters when it came out, and I walked out of there so confused. Not in like I have no idea what happened way, but like, who thought that any of this would make a good movie?
Right.
With the score, because we are here to talk about the music. That was the thing that got me. I went to go see a punk movie where I thought a bunch of Nazi punks were going to have their shit pushed in, and instead it's the polar opposite.
Correct.
With a score that, until my 3rd or 4th watch, never clicked as to why. why does this work? Why is this the score they decided to make for it?
Right.
And it's amazing that we just did Halloween 2018, and now we're going to be doing this one because we're right back to the synthesizer.
Right.
And the synth in this really, it brings the horror vibe to the movie, because the movie in itself is a thriller.
Right. It's not horror. It's more of a,
Exactly. I mean, the horror is real life.
Yep.
This is real life horror.
Exactly.
But it is a thriller until you add that score. Then it is a straight up horror film.
Correct.
You get this haunting strings in the background.
Yep.
Like,
right.
All of it. And so we got to rewind a bit. So Brooke and Will Blair, they're a brother duo of composers. They've worked on a lot of films, a bunch that I've already seen too, which is good stuff. I really enjoy what they do. This was their first like big deep dive into writing lyrics.
Gotcha.
So the band that's in the movie, the Ain't Rights, the Blair Brothers wrote the lyrics. They wrote all the music for it. And it's one of those like the actors played the instruments. The lead singer sang all of it. So when you listen to the album, you actually get that, which is just awesome to me. I'm a huge punk fan, so like them covering Nazi Punk's "Fuck Off" is like one of the greatest things ever, and that's my favorite moment in the entire movie, where it's just like, I have a really stupid idea, and they just go out. First song is that one. You're just like, yeah, that's a stupid idea. If I would have had that idea back in the day, that would have been the last song we did. Fucking run.
Yeah, you're out of it.
Yeah. But they did it first, and it's just, chef's kiss. Like, no, we're not gonna pander to you. Yeah. We're just gonna let this happen. But yeah, the Blair Brothers really, it's crazy that the synth music that they did make for this, that wasn't like a full string. I mean, there's banjo music in there. There's acoustic guitar. There's Filipino guitar in there too. Like the heavy finger picking throughout it. Wild as shit. But the synth that they specifically used, for a second I was like, this is definitely John Carpenter inspired.
Yes, yeah.
But then it gets like spacey. Right.
It's got that atmospheric vibe to it, that brooding.
Yeah.
Like something's coming, and it's got that, like you had said, like it's got that Halloween feel. Like the minute they start doing something, something's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And so your heart starts to race. Your hands might, depending on who you are, get sweaty.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there going, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck. And then something happens, and you're like, oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was, my first 3 watches, it was like shifting in my seat. I'm like, oh, man. Because you want the bad things to happen to the bad people.
Correct.
But then at the same time, you're just like, that's not how the story progresses.
Right.
Because then the good guys become the bad guys. But there are moments where, I mean, if you haven't, anybody listening, suckers out there, if you've seen this movie and you've never looked into the soundtrack, go to wherever platform you use, Spotify, whatever, look at their scores for their tracks. Some of them are 15 seconds long.
Yeah.
And one of those scores is for one scene that I apologize, I completely forgot was in the movie. When she cuts the dude's stomach open, I was just like, oh yeah, I forgot this was in here. And I was just like, yeah, Mike's never going to talk to me again, dude. But there's that, just the strings. It's like the most haunting yet most beautiful string moment throughout that. And you're just like, you guys are fucked.
Yeah.
You were like, here, listen to this almost harp as she guts this guy.
Right. Well, I mean, I think that's what it's supposed to do, right? It's supposed to just play soft, and you're witnessing this horrific ordeal happen
slowly too.
Yeah.
She just goes to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I on this coming up with the idea for this month of wanting to just focus on music has also given me an opportunity, especially with this movie, to really sit back and really focus deeper.
Right.
Because my focus heavily is on the music, like not just the score, but like the punk music, the death metal music. After we witnessed the first murder, of Corpus Rodus being played in the background, I was just like, yo, this song is about necrophilia.
Right.
But it's so in the background. Like, unless you know the band, you're just like,
you're gonna have no idea.
No clue. You're just like, yeah, this is really scary music to be playing in the background after we just saw that a girl was ice picked in the head. Like, but wildest thing, because it's by the name of the band, that's their title song. So it's the same name. And it's just, you're like, oh, I hope not. don't go down that path.
Yeah,
but
don't do that.
I mean, there's a lot of moments too where the strings play to the moment, like in the sense of like soft strings playing while someone's being gutted doesn't make sense, but does work.
Yep.
Versus the soft strings playing when you're finding out that the reason that girl got stabbed in the head was that her and her boyfriend were leaving because they didn't hate anymore. You got that moment where you're just like, yeah, some people open their eyes and realize
it's not.
Being a Nazi is not a good life choice.
No, it's not. No.
And she got killed because she was leaving. That's fine. But then the music's playing because then it hits him when he's finding out exactly what happened and that his best friend is the one who killed her.
Yep.
Oh, you're like, oh my gosh, your heart. And then you're like, he's totally still going to die.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You have that epiphany that goes off and you're like, yeah, this isn't going to work.
It's never going to work.
Yeah, no.
And yeah, I mean, just the shit hitting the fan so fast in that movie too, where you're just like, all right, how many of the band members are going to like fight through? And they're just like, oh, more than half the band's gone in 20 seconds.
Yeah,
like,
it's all downhill.
Yeah. And the soundtrack playing during that is just the best.
Right.
And being as somebody who makes noise music,
right,
using the feedback to scare off dogs, it tickles that part in my brain where I was just like, that poor dog, but oh, this feels really nice right now.
This feels good. Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, I mean, seeing as this was your first view, like first viewing on any movie, it's always kind of difficult to like pick everything apart, but being the musician and seeing as we just talked about Sinners, yes, the music's the forefront. Music's the forefront of this one too.
Of course it is.
What was like your big takeaway? I mean, obviously we have the law that we both took away the same thing from.
Well, right. But I think, the punk rock genre of music that they chose for this movie is to me, felt like the identity of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And like the weapon of it, because without it, none of it makes sense. It's just in your face. Everything happens so fast. It's all, lack of a better term, it's all pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay. So for my first time seeing the movie, I'm going, I'm enjoying this music, Dead Kennedys and all of that. Like it's awesome for me. What threw me a curveball a little bit, because I wasn't expecting it, was Creedence Clearwater at the end of it. I was like, what the fuck? I go, okay, you're giving me all of this in your face punk music and all of these sounds, these, alluring like type of, I'm going to bring you in, then I'm going to kill you. And then and then all of a sudden you hear Creedence Clearwater. I'm going, what? Okay. I'm just so taken back by this. But I guess, wrapping it up, for that final song, that Sinister's Purpose.
Yeah.
I think is just, I don't know. It fits, but it's mind blowing at the same time, because I was not expecting them at all.
It fits lyrically nonetheless too. It's also that horror movie trope. So almost every single horror movie takes place at night.
Yep.
The culmination and conclusion of every film, the sun is rising.
Yeah.
It's daytime. So everything bad happens in the dark. It's cloaked in darkness. All the good is in the light, all of that.
Right.
But we don't get what every other horror movie does, which is Jason gets killed while it's still night.
Right.
Then the final girl survives and the sun's coming up. This one, the sun's up. They find the last few of them, kill them while the sun's up. And we have a neo-Nazi and one of the members of the band, and they go opposite directions. They just walk off. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but the neo-Nazi walks to the left. So the left and the right. Alt-right being, So there's symbolism there too. And then that song kicks in, you're just like, oh shit.
Did not even pick up on that. I heard John Fogerty. I'm going, okay. Thanks, Rob. I'm good. Like it was definitely a curveball for me.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, other than the fact that the movie when I had seen the movie advertised in 2015, I was just like, which is 10 years ago. This is wild. I was like, this seems good. But seeing Sir Patrick Stewart in it, I was like, okay, what is he going to do? And then watching the movie and being like, he owns this. What is happening right now? In theaters, the first time I saw it, I'm like, Jean-Luc, no. I'm glad I was in a good crowd because almost half the theater busted out.
Yeah, right.
But I was just like, I didn't know because the original trailer doesn't really lead you to believe that he's the one doing it. It wasn't until the movie, like, because of A24 at the time,
right?
The movie hit theaters and then it was like, within a few months, they were like, here's the DVD. And I was like, oh shit, that was quick.
Right.
That an actual full-length trailer came out that like was like, just in case there's more Robs in theaters, we want you to know Sir Patrick Stewart's playing a neo-Nazi. And they're like, oh, yeah, thank you. That would have been a nice warning to have before I bought my ticket. I mean, the Blair Brothers, let's get back on with these guys here. I knew of them just because a brother duo of composers is almost completely unheard of.
Sure.
And two that work together. It's not like Brooke is doing one thing and Will is doing another thing, and then they come together to like be like, all right, I did this and I did this, so let's put it together and see if it works. No, they sit down together and they work these things out together.
Right.
Is the most amazing thing to know that there's two brains that just understand so well
kind of where they're going, where they're navigating.
Yeah. And to find the more obscurity, to like find the meat and potatoes of what the movie's trying to say and playing to that with music. So your brain is already like thinking one thing and the music's just like, look deeper. And it really does, because you stop for a while, because there's moments, like for example, what I brought up where the dude finds out that why his girlfriend was killed and who killed her. There's that moment where you start to feel for him, but the music playing below it starts to shift, and you're like, whoa. Why am I feeling anything for this asshole?
Right.
I shouldn't be feeling a single thing other than hatred for this guy.
Right.
And the music lulls you in a little bit, and you're like, oh, your heart, and then it shifts hard, and you're like, oh wait, no.
Right.
No.
But that's the cool thing about music, right? So you can be, and I'm not condoning anything Nazi related, not doing any of that, but it goes back to show that music can affect anybody anywhere.
Right.
Okay. And it can, it's maybe the silence between the notes. Okay. Where they're playing and the scene's playing out the way that it does. But it is going to make you feel one way towards this character. Because again, we're all human. He just got news or put it all together like, oh my God, this happened. And then now you're starting to go, oh, that poor, like, son of a, wait a minute, you're an actual terrible person. Like, I want nothing to do with you. But it's that, and credit to them, because they were able to kind of give you that juxtaposition. Like, you're going to feel this way. Now we're going to just play a little bit and we're going to have you turn this way. And it's like, oh, he's not so bad.
Yeah. No. He's terrible.
Yeah, he's awful.
Not a good guy.
Yeah, no.
I mean, and that's that moment too. I don't know if it was intentional, but that moment reminds me of the end of American History X, where Furlong's character has made the change,
right?
But the rest of the school doesn't know that, and he's already pushed it too far with the gang.
Yep.
That ending, and this is like the most heartbreaking ending to a movie.
Yeah.
But that moment in this movie,
what a character! Sorry,
it reminds me of that.
Yeah.
No, that movie's so fucking good.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't rewatch it. I put it on. I put it on a few months ago because I was like, I haven't watched this in years.
yeah.
And it started, and as soon as Edward Norton's character walks on screen, I was like, I can't do this. Like, I just can't. It's the curb scene, even though you've seen nothing.
Right.
It's like, you know it.
You know, the minute his mouth goes over it, and then he just gets on his knees, puts his arm
Smiling.
Yeah.
Smiling.
It's terrifying.
I hate that.
Yep.
I can't do it. And
So
knowing
terrifying.
that he's Edward Furlong dies at the end, I just can't. I'm
Yep.
like, no, he works so hard to better himself.
Correct.
We don't see this guy's and his dead girlfriend's actions to better themselves.
Right.
We just see her getting pulled across the floor. Greatest effect in this movie, by the way. It's so dark, but he like grabs the pick and drags her from her. Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I watch it, I'm like, how?
Yeah.
I'm like trying to find, like, how did they do this? Is that just a really good dummy? Which, I mean, it very well could be, but
Could be.
who knows? One of these days, I'll buy it. I thought I owned this movie, by the way.
And you don't.
No. The suckers know if I love a movie, I buy that movie.
Yeah.
And I have to love a movie to spend money on it.
Right.
Every once in a while, I'll be like, I don't know. And I'll buy something.
Yep.
Generally, it's like a $5 movie that says, like, based on H.P. Lovecraft. I'm like, oh, that's been your racist. That guy was a piece of shit, but he wrote some really good short stories, and I love watching the movies that are based off of them. I've bought some wild H.P. Lovecraft movies where I'm just like, what the
Yeah.
It was only $5, and it's sitting in my collection in the shit. I have a shit section. It's like 30 movies, and I'm just like, never again.
Oh, man.
But yeah, no, I went looking because I was pretty sure I had bought the Blu-ray. There's like a 4K Blu-ray box set by, oh, forgive me, somebody out there is gonna message us and let us know which company it was. But there's a company that does like really Arrow Release.
Okay.
They do like these really nice collector editions. So you pay a little bit more, but most of the time you're getting like 4 to 5 discs.
Okay.
And 1 to 2 of them are like behind the scenes special features, stuff you've never seen before. But
Oh,
Arrow
cool.
like touches on like classics too.
Yeah.
They did a Creature from the Black Lagoon one, 6 DVDs.
Jesus.
I have no idea what's on any of them. I also don't have my favorite creature, not spending $130.
No.
Not happening.
Nope.
Absolutely not. I've even tried to find it used and found it used for $95, and I'm like, still no. I mean, you got to hit me at 35 and I'll buy it.
Yeah. Good luck.
Anyway, yeah. These guys, these brothers, just, I don't know, man. I've seen movies that they've done scores for.
Yeah.
And the scores they've done for those fit those movies like to the T, where it's like they're one entity.
Sure.
As a whole. You're like, yeah, this makes sense. This is one of the few ones where it's like, it's almost as if they were like told they were doing a like a sci-fi film about Nazis, and they were like, okay, well, let's make this sci-fi music.
Yeah.
And then halfway through, they were shown a treatment of the movie. They're like, the fuck did we just make? Let's throw some strings in here real quick.
Yeah.
But it works because to anyone who's not an absolute piece of shit, racism is alien. It just doesn't make sense. To hate somebody for the color of their skin or their beliefs.
Or for any, yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. So having an almost alien score to it, it fits amazingly well.
Right.
Yeah. And then knowing that these dudes wrote lyrics for a non-existent punk band.
Right.
The only bit of research that, like, within my research of looking deeper into these brothers, the one thing that I found the most interesting had nothing to do with them.
Interesting.
So Hutch Harris, who's the lead singer and guitarist of the Thermals,
Okay.
the punk band The Thermals,
Yeah.
he coached all of the actors in the band.
Really?
So he was hired on. He worked 4 days on set with them to teach them stage etiquette as a punk band.
Wow.
So how to hold the guitars, how to present as quote unquote punk.
Yeah.
How to like show that like, oh, you're actually playing the instruments. So he walked in, everyone had already done their research, and there's a really amazing interview. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. But like he showed up, and the guy who plays drums went to another person in advance, months in advance, when he got the role. He's playing the drums.
Right.
Everybody else is actually playing their instruments. The lead singer is actually singing.
Yeah.
They had all done their research. Some of them were already musicians in advance.
Cool.
So forgive me for forgetting his name, but the main guitarist, who's like the survivor, the one who gets his arm brutally hacked with a freaking machete, he's no longer with us. He passed away. Breaks my heart. Far too young to go. He was in the Star Trek remakes.
Okay.
The reboots of the Star Trek movies. He played Chekhov. He died in a horrible accident. His car was not in park, and it rolled while he was checking the mail, and he got crushed between his car and his own wall at his house.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was 25. So he already knew what he was doing.
Right.
Like they all did. And so Hodge comes in and he's just like, all right, yeah, so I guess more of that energy? I don't know. But he also found himself watching, he says this in the interview, he found himself watching all of these actors act the role of these musicians,
right,
and wishing that he was the actor playing bass.
Oh, wow.
He's like, I want to do this. And he's like, wait a fucking second. I do this for real. People know who I am.
Yeah.
I have many albums. I've sold out stadiums.
Yeah, you made it.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Why am I thinking this? But I thought it was a really cool interview, and it was just him talking about his day in the green room.
That's cool.
And or his 4 days in the green room. So I'll send you that article, because it's a long one, but it's really fun to read and know, because a lot of the times movies where people play music, there isn't anyone there to show you finger placement.
Correct.
To show you what finger picking even properly looks like.
Right.
What a strum rhythm looks like.
Right.
It drives me nuts. I mean, even I want to know, especially seeing as we've already talked about Sinners, was their coaching? Because that kid, it looked like he was playing. So I have no idea if he actually was.
Yeah.
I'd love to know.
Yeah. I mean, when you see Buddy Guy at the end, I mean, it's...
Dude, I bawled my eyes out. The second I realized, when he was on, I'm a huge... everyone's like, Rob loves hardcore music and soul and funk and blues and jazz. That's my bread and butter.
Okay.
Like behind closed doors, not even behind closed doors. If you catch me on a good summer day, I am cruising down the street, blaring Archie Bell and the Drells.
Oh, okay.
It's my jam.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, when he walked in, when the camera cut to him and I realized who he became, I was just like, no. Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, he's immortalized.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been immortalized.
Right.
Now he's immortalized.
To a whole nother generation. That movie is going to make people go on whatever music platform and research who Buddy Guy is.
Yeah.
And just the minute he turned and you see his face and the scratch and everything, I'm like, oh, that's so good.
Yeah. I love that ending too. Is just chef's kiss.
Yeah.
I can make all the pain go away. You can keep going.
Yep.
Just like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah. Because he smells it.
Yeah.
And he just goes, not too long. I can make it all go away. Nope. I'm good.
I love the fact that they walk in all like hip hopped up too.
Right.
Straight out of the 90s.
Just because of the times.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so good. Man, all right. We got to stop talking about Sinners.
Yeah, sorry.
We're already done half of an episode just on Sinners alone. Well, so I think at the end of this, we didn't do a rating. We always rate movies at the end. We give it a score of 1 to 10.
Okay.
We utilize something ridiculous from the movie as our score to keep. We didn't do Halloween last week. Because it's John Carpenter. So we'll do it now. On a scale of 1 to 10, Carpenter and Company as the greatest trio to synthesize the shit out of a movie.
Yep.
What would you give Halloween's 2018?
2018, I'm going to give it an 8.5. Like, I think just overall, I think it's arguably, probably the best score for a movie.
Okay.
The reason why I'm giving it an 8.5 is because it's something we've heard. Now it was cranked up to 11.
Fair.
Okay. But
Yeah.
I mean, the very first one came out years before I was even born.
Same.
So, I mean, it's something that you've heard, and it's been in other movies, that same type of, Halloween music that you hear, and you hear it all over the place.
Right.
So I think the score probably for the Green Room is going to surprise you a little bit. But yeah, I'd give Halloween 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm giving it a 9.
Okay.
Just because the same thing, but it's fucking John Carpenter. Man.
Yeah.
He's made some of literally my all-time favorite movie of all, like the best movie I've ever seen in my life that I've watched repetitively.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were talking about the score for John Carpenter's The Thing, give it a 2005 because Jesus, the movie's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it definitely a 9 for me. Basically for all the same reasons.
Okay.
Just that electric guitar just gives me that, like, every time I hear it, it's fantastic.
Yep.
Now, on to this week.
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, slowly, uncomfortably gutting somebody while they're unconscious.
Yeah.
What would you give Green Room?
So Green Room in itself, a movie, okay? The movie itself, I'm going to give like a 6.5.
Wow,
Okay.
that's actually higher than I thought.
Okay. So 6.5, because it wasn't it was a good movie for what it was.
Right.
Okay. Now, music wise, I'm giving it a 9. Like the music behind it and everything, just the punk feel to it. It's a 9 for me, just because I loved how it made me feel. I loved just the Dead Kennedys in itself, and then the Creedence Clearwater at the end. It was just it was an awesome sandwich, a musical sandwich. So yeah, I'd give it a 9.
Nice. Yeah. Movie and music are a 9 for me.
Okay.
Just equal right across the board. I love this movie. I don't rewatch it very often just because I'm an activist. So like shit like that, I get real ramped up. I'm also a born and raised Trekkie.
Okay.
So it hurts me every time I see Sir Patrick Stewart walk out and say the things he says. I'm just like, no. Every time. Because that's the Captain I grew up watching. Yes. I grew up watching Next Gen. It wasn't until I was a bit older that I was like, my grandmother was like, why haven't you watched the original series? And I'm like, I don't know. And she was like, you should watch it. Like, Next Gen is politics.
Right.
It's all space politics. I mean, they mirror what was currently happening in the country, the entire run of Next Generation. They mirrored exactly what was going on.
Right.
The whole time that show was running. The original series, all Gene Roddenberry was doing was just pushing the envelope. He was just like, I wonder if I can get canceled if I do this. And he would just push it. That was the first on-screen interracial kiss was on Star Trek, the original series. I mean, making fun of America and Russia at one blow in an episode by making there's 2 neighboring planets where one planet is black on the left side and white on the right side, and then the other planet, they're black on the right side and white on the left side. Like, and they hate each other. You're like,
right.
You're the same fucking people. Yeah, it's just tough for me to see my captain.
Sure.
Just be so hateful.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, no. You're supposed to ask for Earl
that's
Grey.
not who you are. Yeah, that's not
Earl Grey hot. That's
no.
all you're supposed to say. You're supposed to yell at other kids on the Enterprise and then just, yeah. Anyway. Well, this was awesome. I know last week we quote unquote rolled the dice, and I picked Green Room.
Yep.
I'm not picking shit this week. So what are we going to talk about next week?
So then why don't we do Videodrome?
Okay.
We'll start on that and we'll end it.
That's the other one I warned you about.
Yep. With the twofer.
All right. Okay, so it is body horror. Have you ever watched a body horror movie before?
No.
Okay.
You can't see me, but I'm nodding my head yes and saying no.
All right. So it is body horror, which means the best way I can describe body horror to somebody who's never seen a body horror movie before is your body is not your own. Your body is a machine, and you have no control over what your body has decided to do.
Fair enough.
It's the best way that I can describe body horror. without also spoiling this movie, but once you've seen this one,
Yep.
you will know whether you are a fan of it,
Yep.
you're intrigued and maybe want another one, or you're going to nope out of body horror for the rest of your life.
Okay. Strap in, folks.
Yep. So next week, we will be talking about the best, David Cronenberg's Videodrome. Until next week, sleep tight, suckers. Captain Picard, no!
Spoiler Sleepover is sponsored by Gore Clown Shop.
Do you love all things horror? Books? Movies? Podcasts? Of course you do. Well, come on down to goreclown.com.
Original artwork by an indie horror fan for indie horror fans.
Use code SLEEPOVER at checkout to save 15% on your whole purchase.
Oh, and did we mention? Gore Clown is the only place to get official Spoiler Sleepover merch.
So don't forget to use Sleepover to save 15%.
Stay indie, suckers.